That's fair.
Yeah.
Let me get to this last topic before we get up out of here. I do want to talk about your school because this is a great transition. You know, how difficult was it to build your school? And obviously, you had the detractors and the haters saying that the school didn't exist, or you were scamming people. So, what was your biggest, I would say, disadvantage or hardship about going about building the school?
First of all, this water was good and it better not be FBI water. Bilal, take all their pictures. Okay.
Yeah.
Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. First thing I want to say to your listeners is, please donate to the Academy.
Indeed.
Get on your Cash App, $FDMG School. Get on your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. You can mail, check, or money order in to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. You can get that information on my website, drumarjohnson.com. You can also text message me for that. And for my parents out there who having issues with your children, learning disabilities, autisms, ADHDs, IEPs, 504s, white teacher racism, psychological evaluations, pre-referral intervention plans, behavior intervention plans, any issues you're having with your children, education and mental health, you can reach out to me. 215-989-9858. That's 215-989-9858. Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. The idea had been with me since I was a psychologist with the School District of Philadelphia. The idea began to take form in 2014 when an associate of mine gave me a phone call and told me that the historic HBCU St. Paul's College was for sale in Lawrenceville, Virginia. He said they only want $2 million. I said, a whole HBCU for $2 million? 118 acres. I went down there, told them I need this school for our boys. The white people at Motley's auction in Richmond, Virginia. And they said, if you can get us $500,000 in about a month, we might could work with you. So we started a fundraiser. As soon as we started the fundraiser, my detractors attacked it. They called Motley, tried to disrupt the sale. In 2015, a year later, we started a GoFundMe. They sabotaged the GoFundMe, said I was spending the money on my own. So they stopped the GoFundMe, even though I supplied GoFundMe with all the account statements and gave them permission to speak to the branch manager to verify the information. GoFundMe didn't even check it out because they wanted to shut me down.
God damn.
They didn't want to support a Black initiative. So then we learned in 2017, I want to say, 16, that a Chinese corporation bought the St. Paul's College. I couldn't believe it.
In the process of you doing it.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that Black people let Chinese people buy a historically Black college built by our ancestors coming out of slavery by Father Russell, who was friends to both Booker T. Washington and George Washington Carver. Chinese own it now. So once they bought the school, I said, okay, Black folks are donating. We've always got a lot of donations. They're just low amounts. Quantity versus quality, right?
Yeah.
The quantity low. Or should I say the quality of the donation low, but the quantity vast.
Yes. Okay, get you.
So, a lot of 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s, but if you're trying to buy an institution, that ain't quite enough.
Right. Got you.
Right? So anyway, we said we're just going to get us a day school. So I used up all my frequent flyer miles flying all over America. I thought the school was going to be in Detroit because Detroit had a couple Catholic schools in great shape that we could afford. There was around the $300,000 mark. I said, we're going to end up in Detroit. Blackest city, I'm ready for Detroit. Roman Catholic Church wouldn't sell them to me. Then we had a school in Philly. Roman Catholic Church wouldn't sell it to me. Then we was going to lease a school in money-earning Mount Vernon, New York. Clean Catholic school. White man said, I got to call Rome. I said, what? He said, I got to call Rome. I said, you got to call the Vatican. He said, yeah. I didn't know this. He said, half the Catholic schools in America are still managed directly from the Vatican.
That's crazy.
Did y'all hear that?
I didn't know that.
Guess what else he told me? That the Roman Catholic Church is the second largest owner of real estate on the planet Earth. White man told me this. So he called me back. Rome said, we can't give you the school.
Right.
The Roman Catholic Church refused me to lease the school in money-earning Mount Vernon, New York. In other words, the school could have been open years ago, but we kept on getting sabotaged.
Is that because, do you feel because you are a Black man trying to purchase
because
that?
I'm Dr. Umar.
Yeah, what he's trying to,
Remember something Napoleon Bonaparte said during the Haitian Revolution? When Napoleon said, we got to crush the Saint-Lô Overture and Jean-Jacques Dessalines, one of his subordinates said, Commander, why are you so interested in destroying the Haitians? Is it to prevent them from destroying our investment on the island? He said, nah. We must stop and crush the Haitian Revolution to forever prevent the march of blacks forward into the world.
Mm-hmm.
The Haitian Revolution wasn't about the Haitian Revolution. It was about white supremacy. They can't let me succeed because they don't know how far I will go. You see that? When white people see a fire, they put it out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Who is this black man coming up here who can afford to pay this type? What black man is thinking about opening up a school for black boys independently? Now, you might do LeBron James, public school you just give some money to. You didn't buy, you didn't build it, you don't own it, you don't control it. Puffy, get you a charter school. Jalen Rose, get you a charter school. I'm not doing that. This is independent. We own it. Right? Then I went to Detroit, tried to buy a public school. They wouldn't show me none of the public schools in good shape. Chicago, couldn't get none of the public schools in good shape. That's when I realized there must be a national thing out.
Right.
He don't get no school. You feel me? We had the money, and they still wouldn't sell them. So then finally, I come back from Benin, Togo, and Ghana, 2017. Remember the Great North American Eclipse, August 21st of 2017? Which is my birthday, Nat Turner Day, Haitian Revolution Day, George Jackson Revolution Day. I'm on LoopNet. I see the school in Wilmington, Delaware. So this school looked brand new. I go to it on my way down to Nat Turner, came back from Nat Turner, went to Cuba to get my initiation. When I came back from Cuba, I finally got into the schools. I walked around. I said, you know what? These schools are modern. They in good shape. Did my research, found out these schools only 10 years old, 2 of them. They wanted $2 million. We only had $500,000. But that was August and September of 17. We bought the school February of 19. So for 18 months, I stayed on them.
Right.
Can we get the school? Can we buy the school? Can we get the school? Buy the school? And then one day I said, can y'all sell it to us? He responded, give us what you got. I said, oh, I talked him down from 2 mils to...
Right.
We got to school 2017. I'm happy, jumping for joy. Little did I know, the black contractors was not going to do us any justice. Man. We got robbed. We got scammed, man, our own people.
Which is unfortunate, yeah.
Very unfortunate. Then one day, last September, I said, you know what? I'm going to have to use white folks. I waited 3 years to try to get my people. We got to school in 17. We got to school in 19. I saw it in 17. We got it in 19. This is 2023. Right? So February of 19 to 20 to 21 to 22 to 23. 4 years. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It'll be 4.5 in August. I decided to call up a white man, HVAC. He had both units on the roof in 2 days. Crane truck and everything. We already bought the units. We had them custom made. Right. So they've been sitting for a year. Brand new. Sitting. Because all the black HVACs tell me they're going to come do it. Never did it. So I called a white man to do it. He gets the units up right before the festival. I start scratching my head like, damn. I'm waiting on brothers for 3. This white man did this in 2 days? So then I asked the white man, I said, you know any plumbers? He said, I got a plumber for you. Boom. You electrician? I got him there. Boom. Security? Boom. Fire come? Boom, boom. Wednesday, I go to the school to get the final HVAC repairs done. HVAC is on. We got air. We got AC. You got to do some final stuff to get the inspection. Once that go through, we done. I got to call the city, find out what we got to do to get our certificate of occupancy because plumbing is repaired and inspected. HVAC repaired and inspected. Fire, security repaired and inspected. Everything. The only thing left is HVAC. And of course, we got to close up the holes and paint and do the floor. It's superficial, beautify. But all the systems, once we done HVAC, we done. The sad thing is, those white men did in 4 months, 3 months really, what black men couldn't help me do in 3 years. It's the self-hate. I'm not giving up on our people though, because when we go across the street to the Frederick Douglass High School, which is 4 times bigger, I still want to find some black contractors. I'm never giving up on my people.
Yeah, that's what
but I also have to face reality.
Right.
And the reality of the fact is we are so psychologically damaged that most of us find it almost impossible to do right by another black person. And these white folks, they don't even like me. Do you feel me?
Right.
They don't even like me.
But the money
But
talk.
they did the job and did it right.
Yeah.
It hurt. I'm like, damn. They just did it with no problem. Just came in, knocked it out, cheaper price and everything. If I would have just went with whites from the beginning, the school would have been done. But I couldn't do that because that's against what I stand for. So I had to try to use our people.
So with this being an independent school,
Mhm.
does that mean you can implement your own curriculums?
Absolutely.
So what kind of curriculums are you plan on teaching at this school?
Well, you got to have math, science, language, and social studies. That's required.
Right.
And then on top of that, we're going to have agricultural and agronomical science, dietary, nutritional science. We're about to buy some farmland right now.
Mm.
We're also going to have political and military science. We will be teaching African martial arts, weapons training too.
Mm.
There will also be spiritual and astrological science. I practice Yoruba spirituality. We will teach it. The school will be a bona fide independent parochial academy. We must have a religious instruction there, spiritual instruction.
Mm.
There will also be dietary, nutritional, agricultural, agronomical, spiritual, and astrological, military and political, science of the black man, woman, and child.
Right.
So we're going to teach the boys how to be men, how to be gentlemen, also how to be men, how to be fathers, how to be leaders in the community. And then financial and economics, investing, real estate, stocks, all of that. We're going to have guest speakers every month for the boys from different industries. They're going to work on their own business plan. And when they graduate from the school, we're going to give them their grant for their first business startup.
That's dope, yeah.
We're
definitely gonna clap it up for that. Will there be? I noticed in China, they are actually teaching their boys. They have masculinity classes in a sense, right? Do you think there is a need to kind of have a masculinity course for our young black boys?
I don't know exactly what their masculinity course entails,
right?
But our science of the black man, woman, and child will likely cover that.
Okay, that's fair.
Because we believe in the divinity of the black man and the divinity of the black woman. So that's part of
Sure, we might need some classes for some grown adult men to be taught how to be a man.
I agree with that.
Like a college.
I don't know if it's college or maybe some
grad school, something. I don't know.
Shit. We need some help.
We're going to have some stuff for the men too once we get the boys up and running. Because although FDMG is a school by day, it's a community university by night.
So this is an all-boys school, you see?
It's going to be all boys for the first 3 to 5 years. Then it's going to become girls.
Okay.
Boys and girls.
Got you.
I'm volunteering us anytime you ever need us to meet, even like speak or do something that you may need, something that you may not have time for, or something you think that we can fit to help.
Okay.
We're definitely going to be a part of it. Just, send the kite out.
I'm looking forward to it, not just for the blessing it'll be to our children, but also to the community. Because
Definitely.
there's very few places that we have where we can meet unencumbered by other people's. I speak more than any other scholar in the world, black, right? I'm the most requested black scholar on the planet for 13 years straight. I can count on one hand the amount of places I've been in the world that we own. Most of the time, we in something owned by Arabs, white people. They flicking the lights on, cutting the lights off. Right. I got to get out. You feel me?
Definitely.
Like, damn, only place that we own is the black churches. But the black churches don't want you in there talking politics because they already in somebody's pocket downtown. You feel me? So the one place that has space and a microphone for us to organize and strategize, the black church don't want us in there to organize and strategize.
I want.
So with FDMG, we have enough space where we could do conferences and everything. And once we do the Frederick Douglass High School, which is across the street, once both schools are up, we are undisputedly the largest independent black school independent campus in the country, and the only independent black school with 2 buildings, 2 legitimate real schools, not no church, not no basement, not no home, real school. We're the only independent school in the country with 2 schools that's black, and we're the largest.
That's dope, man. Like, listen, before we get up out of here, because I understand you're a busy man, I do want to ask you one question. It's a short question.
Go ahead.
I seen that you posted a female rapper by the name of Sukihana, right? She has some choice words for you and her song. You know what I mean? What would you say to our good sister about that?
Sister Sukihana. I never heard of the queen before a supporter of mine sent me the video. Where she said, I'm not going to use her words, but where she said, if I wanted to spend some private time with a man, it'll be Dr. Umar. Right? And then at the end of the video, which wasn't on my Instagram, but it's on my Facebook and TikTok, she says, if Dr. Umar met me, he would shoot his shot because he would see that I'm a beautiful black African conscious queen. I could use some guidance. I got a little bit of daddy issues. She was very humble.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, indeed.
I didn't know she was from Wilmington, Delaware. That's where the school is, right?
Yeah.
I would be open to meeting with her, right? To see where her head is. Because first, it's always politics before Punani for me. So what can we do together to build the community? Now, obviously, her content isn't something I could endorse.
Mhm.
But it seemed to me that if she's willing to follow my lead, that she might be ready to make a transition, right? From the raunchiness to the righteousness. And so maybe she'll take all her followers and bring them into a more conscious lifestyle. Maybe. I don't know. That would be a conversation that we would need to have, though. But if she decided to turn the corner and leave that content alone for something that is more conscious and more positive for our daughters and sons, I would work with her. And I think we could do a whole lot together too. But she would have to turn that corner because I couldn't endorse the current message that she.
Listen, if anybody could do it, you could do it. Like,